Good evening. I'd like to share a little video with you, and I'd like to show you something about a certain subject, and I call the subject "So Father, So Son," or "So Mother, So Daughter." Same thing applies. Well, many people find the God of Israel very cruel, and when God ordinates in the old days, in the days of Joshua, to kill all people, including adults, but also children, etc., to kill by the armies of Israel in the time of Joshua. Well, there is a reason for it, and the reason you can see in I put it down here somewhere there. There is a link on YouTube where you can see how Palestinian children have a new game, and it's called Stab the Jew. Little children, they play in brackets. They play a new game, Stab the Jew. And that's exactly the reason that God, in the past, a couple of thousand years ago, ordinated the Israeli people to kill everybody in the country, the new country Canaan, where they were to enter. Because the thing is, children take bad habits, good habits, but also bad habits, from what they see their parents do. There was recently I think it was a 12 or 13-year-old two girls in Israel, or maybe 15, around that age approximately, and they stabbed an old man of about 70. They thought he was a Jewish person. So they wanted to kill a Jewish person. There was only, 12 to 15 years old, something like two girls in Israel. And they stabbed a 70-year-old man, thinking he was a Jew. He wasn't, by the way, he was a Palestinian. So they killed their own people. But the Israeli people shot them dead. Two little girls of 12 to 15 years old. You see, what the parents do and teach, the children will adapt. And it's sad, but that is what you get if you curse the Jewish people. The Bible says very clearly, I will bless the people who are blessing you, but I curse the people who are cursing you. Well, this is the consequence of it. I mean, those two little girls of 12 to 15 years old, they stabbed a Palestinian guy of 70 years old, thinking he was a Jew. But they were wrong. And that's also the reason why God ordinated in the days of Joshua and so on to kill all people in the country Canaan. Because these people in the land of Canaan were wicked. They were really, really wicked. They had free sex with everybody. Sex prostitution was a normal feature. Sex with animals was a normal feature. Killing their children to sacrifice to gods was considered normal. So, and God did not want those customs to be transferred to the Jewish people. So, the evil that the parents did, they passed it on to the children of those people in the Canaanites. The Canaanite people didn't go older than about 40. And if you were lucky, maybe 50, but that was an exception. And so that's why, and God said, I don't want you to do that because I want you to live 120 years old and not 40, die at 40. So God ordinated them to kill the Canaanite people. And now you see, in our days, you can see the same principle that why this had to be done. I mean, the children get indoctrinated. There have been several children that try to stab Israeli people in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv already today, in our days, that what we have heard from the news. And so, yeah, children are not so innocent as people think. Children are not innocent. I'm sorry, and they take over the habits of the older people, their parents in the first place. And if parents stab Jewish people, then the children will stab Jewish people. So I don't like to mention this, but that's the reality, folks. It's real. And you can see this video of the new game that the Palestinian boys tend to play, and they call it Stab a Jew, but it's wicked. It's mind twisted. It's sickening, actually. This is what I want to share, and I think it's very sad that I need to share it, but that's the way it is. That's the reality, folks. Okay, this is what I want to share. All the best wishes, by the way, for 2016, which is in sharp contrast to what the message I'm bringing. I realize that. Well, okay. Thought I hoped I had better news, but no, I don't. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hasta la vista.